welcome to Model Kit Stuff and another Focus on Tools video. Now, over the last few months I've had one or two comments that go something along the lines of, will you stop showing these tool videos because every time you put one up it costs me money. Well, in my defence, most of the tools that we've reviewed I've said are non-essential, so if you decide that actually they're essential for you, then that's great, but you decided that, not me. However, I thought today we would look at an essential tool that will not cost you a penny. Bottle tops. So obviously bottle tops comes in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and they have lots and lots of uses for the modeler. And if you're new to modelling, I'm going to just take you through one or two of the common uses that I use them for. And maybe if you've got another idea, you can list that in the comments for other people to see. So the most common use of a bottle top is actually as something to put your glue in. So there's two bottle tops that I commonly use for glue. These are flexible milk bottle tops, and these are brilliant because they're a decent size, they're easy to hold, and they're a bit flexible. So when the glue's dried, you can actually pop the glue out and remove it, and you can use it again. Particularly if you've been using something like a PVA or something like that, you should be able to just get all of that glue and peel it out and start again. So they're great for that, and what you do basically is to count a bit of glue on the inside and then use your applicator to dib in and apply to your job. So it's great. It means that you're less likely to have an accident, you're less likely to get your hand in it and get covered in it. You can keep it to one side while you're not using it. You can move it around so you can use it more easily, particularly on bigger jobs. It means the glue can follow you around the modelling desk and around the job. It just makes it so much more flexible. You can obviously turn the top upside down and put glue on there, and I do that sometimes if you've got a big job, say something that's quite long and you want to sort of dab it in the glue, then it can be quite handy for that. So I'm thinking ship's railings, for example. I also use these type of tops quite a bit for glue as well. They have a little dimple in the top. This has come off an oat milk carton, so cardboard carton with a plastic top, but also you'll find lemonade bottles and that sort of thing, juice bottles, that they're all made in a similar way with a connection point on the end, and where the connection point from the manufacturing process was, there's often a dimple, and that means you can put something like super thin CA and put one dollop in there, and it holds that drop of glue in one place and actually slows down the drying time because it's not spreading out on a smooth surface. So that's quite a handy use for it. Also, because these type of tops tend to have a little ridge on the inside which goes on the inside of the neck of the bottle, that's also quite good if you're using very thin glues. Again, I'm thinking thin, super thin CA, and what I tend to do with that is put them on a little bit of blue tack. So I'll put some blue tack down. You've probably seen me do this in some of my videos, and then I actually put the bottle top in at an angle so that I can dip in and out and the glue's collected in this little area here. So there's lots and lots of ways of using bottle tops for glue, and I see people use lots of different ideas for putting a dollop of glue out, acetate, back of a cardboard box, all sorts of things. For me, using a top is a safe, secure way of doing it. Once it's got all gummed up, you can put it in your recycling just in the same way as you would have done anyway. Costs you nothing because you would have had the top anyway on whatever it is that you bought. Now, obviously, there's bigger bottle tops as well. So This is a Marmite top, or if you're Australian, a Vegemite top. And these are actually quite handy for putting things like small photo etch parts in so you don't lose them, little sub-assemblies, even things like little ship's boats. You know, little sub-assemblies can be put in there. You're not going to knock them, you're not going to lose them. They're easy to find and see. You can keep them together, keep them safe, and keep them out of the way. So tops are really handy for that type of thing as well. Another use for bigger tops is actually as a paint tray. So you can put your jar or tin of paint in, and any drips or anything that you get down the side will go on the top and not on your work surface. So I do this sometimes if I'm doing a paint job where I'm going straight from the jar and I'm dipping in and out with the brush, or I'm doing quite a bit of mixing or something like that, and don't want to make a mess. Then I find that a good use as well. Don't do it very often because I'm using airbrush a lot, but if you're brush painting, it can be quite handy. Sticking with paint, these smaller ones actually can be really handy as little mixing palettes. So if you want to mix a little bit of paint, any of these paint tops, or any of these tops, sorry, will be ideal for mixing paint. The only thing to bear in mind is the larger the top, the quicker your paint's going to dry out. So that's why some palettes have a bowl shape, because the paint collects in the bottom, gravity forces it down, and it prevents the paint from drying out and keeps it wet longer, effectively. So there's lots and lots of uses for bottle tops, and I've shown you some of my favourites, but here is an idea that I came up with not so long ago, and it works really well. So this is a washing up liquid bottle top, and if you fill the base of it with something like Blu Tack, you can then use that as a paint stand. Those are just some ideas. I'm sure you've got plenty of others. It costs you nothing. For me, bottle tops are an essential tool. I have a drawer full of them. Thanks for looking in, everyone. Hope that was helpful. Enjoy your modelling. Take care, and we'll see you very soon.